Welcome to another episode of Behind the Studs, your home improvement and remodeling podcast, where the two most entertaining guys discuss the do's and don'ts in home construction and in the remodeling industry. Remember, you can nail it, you can paint it, or you can forget about it and tune in to Behind the Studs. So here are your hosts, Colin Shaw and Jimmy Driscoll.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Behind the Studs.
Well, you know who we are because of that amazing voice over.
Did you
We're
hear
moving
that?
up.
Wow.
Josh Hayden.
Nice, Josh. Thank you very much. Josh is a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
He's a fan of the show, so we really appreciate that intro.
Thanks, buddy. He's
sounded
up
really
and
good.
coming. He's up and coming. Before you know it, he's going to be doing Charmin commercials.
Charmin?
Or Mother's Egg Noodles or something.
Is Charmin still around?
The man with the golden voice. Yeah, of course they are.
You know what we should do? We should have a podcast with Josh and Patrick Pryor. The battle of the dueling vocals that they have. They both have that deep voice.
Josh will bury him.
Yeah.
Well, physically, no.
No. Nobody's taking down Patrick easily.
No one's saying no. Not at all.
Unless you got a bat and you can hit his kneecaps quick.
And run like hell.
And then run like hell, correct. Because he will crawl after you.
Yeah, he will.
So what do we got going on today, Jimmy?
Oh, we got a lot going on.
Do we?
We got a lot of nothing going on.
Oh, no.
No, we don't. No, we do. We've got some stuff going on. I cannot get this guy that I talked about last week on the show.
Oh, the renovating guy?
Yeah, listen, it's kind of like, it's not political, but my go-to person is out of town. Okay. So I want to get that right person, so I'm going to need another week.
That's fine.
So hopefully sometime during the week next week we can make a little blurb and say, such and such Yo-and-Yo is coming out. So,
nice. Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned on that one. So there we are with that.
Yeah, I tried to get my plumbing heating guy in today, but he didn't show.
No.
So
they're busy, man.
They are. It's that time of year,
Busiest
too.
time of the year. Pipes are breaking.
Between that now and then as soon as the heat snap comes and he's got the AC issues going on.
Yeah.
Those are the two worst times of year for him.
Yeah.
Worse, I guess, probably even better since he's making a lot more money at that time.
They're all making a lot more money than us.
Everybody makes more money than us.
Well, if you open up a podcast, there's your money just rolling in, it's rolling in.
Right, yeah.
Jeez.
Or we could just go and say, hi, welcome to Walmart. Have a great day.
No. No. My thumb's going to be sore from putting...
Yeah.
My thumb's going to be sore from putting stickers on everyone.
Right.
Now, you have a nice day.
Right, yes.
Yeah, right. You know where I'm going to put that thumb.
Yeah.
All right.
Very nice.
So, Driscoll's rant for today.
Uh-oh.
And this one's really going to irk your ass, everybody.
So we should change it from Behind the Studs to Who We Don't Like Today.
Who we don't like today. Well, listen, this is going a long ways. And we can even put a note on this one. Okay. The name that you trust. A lot of people do. Mm-hmm. Roto Rooter. Roto Rooter. You got a plug, you call Roto Rooter. That's the name of trouble down the drain.
That was what it was.
That's what it was.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, what is a jingle?
That's showing our age.
Yeah. Then I don't know it.
That's right.
Again.
We're old. Old and crusty.
Yeah.
I'll speak for myself.
Okay, good.
So, I want to share this with you. I can't use any names, but this is the God honest truth. And this is really pissing me off.
Okay.
Because I think you know how I feel about the elderly, and how I feel about people being taken advantage of.
Yes.
And the person who I was at their house does not lie, and this is the truth. So this woman who lives with her mother, who is 94, starting to suffer from dementia and delirium because she fell.
Yeah.
So she's going in and out of the hospital. So she's got 2 leaking sinks. She's got a problem with her tub, which seems to might be clogged, which she thought was clogged. And she had a toilet that would consistently leak. It wouldn't, the tank would fill up and then it would go back off. So anyway, she was running water. So she called Roto Rooter. Roto Rooter came in. Now Roto Rooter, as we know, basically does drains, but they will do plumbing work. To change out 2 faucets in the bathroom, 6-inch faucets, to fix the guts in the toilet, and to check the tub to see if they needed to be snaked and fix that. How much you think they were going to charge this woman? Oh, they gave her a $200 discount. How much you think they were going to charge her?
What was the $200 discount for? Just because they were
probably because she was like retired. She was like retired.
So they had somewhat of a conscience.
Yeah, the corporate did.
Yep.
Corporate did.
Yep. I would say like around $1,000.
$2,000.
Unbelievable.
$2,000.
That's crazy.
Now, the guy that came to the house, and I have to say this with a clear conscience for himself and for myself, felt terrible giving that quote to that lady. Because she told me, and he was embarrassed and he felt bad.
Wow.
But Roto Rooter, you should be ashamed of yourself.
That's a lot.
And you really should really take a good look at your company. I don't care how big you are, but when you got to deal with something like that, everyone's got to make money. I totally understand that. But come on, man, that's just freaking rape. That's highway robbery.
Yeah, I mean, that's the philosophy of I'm going to get rich one job at a time. But the way I see you getting rich is over a long period of time with lots of customers that like you and recommend you and stuff. You know, trying to gouge somebody out just for on one job, it's not. I don't understand it.
You know something? Do you remember the job that we did when we were starting out? When we hooked up with that house where the house was in such disarray, had so much rot. The woman was a teacher. She had 2 kids who were mentally challenged.
Yep.
I think one went
Clinton,
down.
Right?
Yeah. Right?
Yep.
And I called the insurance company. Now, this was a big insurance company. And I explained the situation to him. And the agent was aware of the woman and the 2 kids. And he went out and he gave him as much as he could.
Yep.
As the policy could, and he bent the rules to get her more money. Here's a mother trying to make 2 ends meet with these 2 kids. I mean, you and I were like, we gave our services away.
Did. Yeah, we had to.
Make, yeah, you had to.
You know, what are you going to do? I mean, you're going to try to, take her to court or something like that?
It's
I mean,
not like
she had
the
no money, and
right.
I remember the kid was living in a bedroom that had like all mold on the drywall and stuff because everything had been leaking for so long. I mean, it was disgusting.
Yeah, and it was very unhealthy.
Yeah, very.
I remember that, and I think she was trying to work with the state or something like that, or she wasn't aware of something to that effect. I'm sure things have really changed now because when we were into the business, that was just. It was ongoing, and it was really it's tough to get federal money, which she totally needed to fix that house.
Definitely needed.
I mean, to this day and age, if it was now, they would have freaking ripped the sheetrock off, everything, got them out of the house, killed all the mold, and fixed it up. We weren't in that situation where you and I could do something about it because we were struggling ourselves.
Yeah, I know.
That was a
we could do what we could do, and I think we did what we could do.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Made me feel better.
Right,
so.
And I think that's always been our cause, you and me. I mean, there are certain jobs and there's certain circumstances, and where we see people just can't make it happen,
right.
But they need it done.
Sure.
So we cut back and do it whatever we have to do to make it work for them.
Right.
That's just me. I just,
No, and I agree. I mean, that's what we should do. I think, contractors, people that do remodeling work have bad names and bad reputations, and they're trying to screw everybody here and there, but not all of us do.
Yeah, not all of us do. There's some really great guys out there that I've worked with, and I have a lot of respect for them. And that goes from painters to plumbers to electricians and stuff like that. And, they have families, they have kids, and they know how it is. You know how it is. I know how it is. We sacrifice to get, milk for the kids, and we'll go without. Doesn't matter.
Sure. Yep.
So, but there's just some people out there. All right, so I'm shaking my stick at corporate, and they just don't get it sometimes, and it's unfortunate. So,
well, I mean, I've spent a day or two in corporate America, and it's all about the dollars and cents, and it's all reports and what you're supposed to be bringing in. They don't ask. How's everybody doing? Are all the employees happy? Or that's not even on their radar. I shouldn't say all, because I'm sure there's some corporate guys out there that have a good heart.
Good corporate.
There's some definite, you Bill Gates and some of these other people that are filthy rich that just keep giving back, and Warren Buffett and some of the other guys that are out there too. So I mean, those guys, kudos.
All right. So on this show, we do the best we can. We put everything together that we can to inform the public and our friends and people who listen from far away and listen to the podcast.
Yep. We
really appreciate it. But, this is what I'm going to do. And as far as I'm concerned, and we talked about this a little bit.
Yep.
If we're dealing with corporate, and corporate puts out crap, I'm going to tell you it's crap.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, to put a panel together, and I was just thinking this the other day, getting a panel of painters, and they talk about what kind of paint that they like, and what they use, and because homeowners at times are so misguided just because of advertising.
Yeah, advertising can do it.
You know, great advertisers can go out there and sell you sand.
Sure.
And you live in the desert,
right?
So, you know, what I have to say in the future in the shows, in the episodes of stuff that I've used, from my experience, I'm going to star it, whether it's a 1-star, 2-star, 5-star.
Yep.
And that's the way it is, you know, and prove me wrong. And if I am wrong and if I'm an idiot, okay, fine, I'm an idiot. You know, I'll be the first one to say I made a mistake. Always will be.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
So that's the way I feel.
We're not perfect, for sure.
When we came out, my first episodes in that liquid freaking sunshine, I thought it was crap, you know?
Yes, I remember.
So when you build it, if you build it right, well, first of all, if you have the patience and the know-how and you have nothing else to worry about, then I'm sure it'll come out great. And it did. It came out fantastic.
Yeah.
I was working with Duke, and Duke was just like, had the patience of a saint.
Yeah.
Well, that thing would have already been floating down being the Pacific by now.
That was on 95 somewhere, right?
Oh, my God. Wouldn't even
Right
make
out
it.
the window.
No, I was closer to the beach.
Oh, gotcha.
Forget
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah.
I got arrested for littering. Jesus. Unbelievable.
But I do want to say I have used a new product that I want to say kudos to.
What?
So you know how the luxury vinyl plank and tiles and stuff are so popular right now?
Yeah.
Because they're waterproof and they're comfortable on your feet, and
Yeah.
you know, it's great to do instead of tile. So we're doing it in a bathroom, and it's a product called Zamma, Zamma.
Okay, post it on the. Can you post it?
Yeah. Marissa will post it on there for everybody to see a link. This stuff, the quality of it is amazing. I mean, it is thick. It's got actual rubber on the bottom side of it, and when you put them together, they kind of overlap. So it's a nice little connection. But then you just tap it with a little mallet, and it actually goes in and clicks in tight. You can't get the stuff apart. It is actually amazing looking, feeling. I mean, you actually can pick one up and you can't even bend it. That's how sturdy it is.
It's
how
vinyl?
well made.
It's vinyl?
It's vinyl. Yeah.
Where do you get it?
Home Depot.
Really?
Yep.
How much a square foot?
The particular one that this lady did, I think we did 60. We ordered like 60 square feet, and it was right around $500-$600. So it wasn't a ton of money.
Yeah.
You know, you're paying like $9-$10 maybe a square. So I think it's just an amazing product. So, you know, I'm going to definitely use it again. I'm going to have to check with my local supply store, see if they have something that's similar too. Because
Comes in different colors?
It comes in different colors, different sizes. Yeah, it's a really good product. You'll have to check it out.
I will.
Have to check that one out.
Don't buy the stuff that's $1.50 a square foot. Never.
There's always a reason for it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you and I have talked about this too.
Yeah, all the time.
If it's under $3, I ask questions.
Yeah.
You know, when it's a snap and click.
Yeah.
Because people have had us put in 99 cent a square, you know, snap and click, and that stuff just snaps and breaks.
Yeah.
It doesn't click.
It doesn't, and then it unclicks.
Yeah, and it unclicks, and it scratches.
It's all about the lip too, that little thin lip.
Yep.
If it's tearing while you're trying to put it in,
yeah,
you can imagine. Hey, how do you feel about the company Lumber Liquidators? What do you think of them? Have you used them at all?
I have. I used to use them a lot earlier on. I haven't in a long time, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just because it's easier for me just to deal with my one supplier.
Yeah.
You know, Lumber Liquidators doesn't have as much to choose from as a tile flooring store does, because a lot of their stuff is clearance type product. I mean, not all of it, but some of it is.
They've come a long way in the last couple of years, believe it or not.
Well, after that whole China scare, I guess.
Shit!
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had some major
Yeah, they
issues.
did. Yeah,
I had a couple of customers asking for the testing kit. So,
oh really?
Yeah, none of them had any sort of issues, but when that whole thing came around, because a lot of my customers would even go get their own materials from Lumber Liquidators.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
You know, and the thing is, you know, they don't deliver. There's another issue that was for me. But I don't really have anything bad to say about them.
Yeah.
The only thing that I've seen that I can say is true is that if I order the product through my flooring company that I use, and I order from Lumber Liquidators, Lumber Liquidators, if it's a varied length, will have more shorts than longs. Where something you get from the tile store or the flooring store, will have an average mixture.
More varied length.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That's something
So,
that's good.
it's a lot of the leftovers type of thing from the factory. I think they just box it up and sell it for a cheaper price.
I've been very happy over the years, and it's been very consistent. I don't think it's changed. Is Bruce Flooring?
Yeah.
Which is
it's good flooring.
it's
Yep.
everything that I've ever got and everything I've ever used in the flooring that I've ever laid.
Those are all pre-finished floors, right?
All pre-finished.
Yep. Hardwood. Yep.
Yeah, and my waste is minimal, and I don't really. I will have varied lengths for waste, so it's not like I get little stubbies.
Right.
It's
Yep.
good. So every time I've used it, I've always been really happy. Rarely do I ever have. I'll pull one out that's even split.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
good quality control on
Bruce
that
is
stuff.
a good company. Absolutely. Yeah, they've been around for many, many years.
Yeah.
They do good stuff.
Yep, that's good. I like that.
Now, what about pre-finished versus unfinished hardwood floors?
I think that is a customer's choice, and sometimes the hardwood floor guys who really know their stuff sometimes enjoy unfinished. But I think it's really the customer's preference.
Yep.
Sometimes they want because they want it stained, a certain stain,
Yep.
or a double stain or something like that. I don't know if I ever talked about this gentleman that I knew years ago. He was originally from Britain, and he was a wood He was I want to say a wood refinisher, but he was a stainer. He could stain. Now he was so talented. I'm going to tell you, he did a spiral staircase. Now, spiral staircases in this day and age are all finger jointed as you go down as they curl.
Yep.
All right. This is how good he was. The finger joints, excuse me, when you finger jointed, ladies and gentlemen, if you know, when you look at a piece of wood, it looks like it's got zigzags in it. Well, the pieces of wood have been glued together. They are like they have teeth and they glue together, and that's called finger jointed. He sanded the finger joints on the rail and stained it to one color, and he showed me the pictures, and you could not see the breaks in the wood whatsoever.
Wow.
I was working on his house, and I was drilling from downstairs, and I came up, fortunately, in the corner in his hardwood floor with a fluted cut. So it was like a little spiral that came out, and it was good size. I was like, shit, he's going to be pissed. Mm-hmm. So I told him about it. I went back over to the house next week, and he was like, find the hole.
Really?
Find it. I couldn't find the hole.
Couldn't find it.
I could not find it. He had a point near it, and I was like, oh my God, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. And he would do a lot of work down in Greenwich. He worked out in Seattle.
Okay.
He worked on the people who started Microsoft.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Well, excuse me. He brought in a panel of wood. I says, so how much would it be if you were going to do like wainscoting and beadboard, say about, he showed me in a room, like a 14 by 14 room. How much would it cost for you to stain that and finish that? Mm-hmm. $30,000. He showed me a piece of wood that he did. It was nothing like you've ever seen before in your life.
Yep.
The problem with his work was that he was too good in the Seattle area because he did such great work. Nobody wanted to share him because he was so different and unique.
Gotcha.
Mark Jackson was his name. I think he lives now in Australia. But he was amazing. He had fish tanks and everything. I set up his whole basement. I did a whole basement renovation, and he brought in an 8-foot by 4-foot saltwater fish tank.
Wow,
which,
cool.
If you know anything about fish tanks, there's 3 other tanks that sit behind that for filtration. He had a barrier reef in his fish tank.
How cool.
Yeah. The lighting system that he had on this fish tank was a nighttime lighting system, and it cost like $1,500 the light, just the light. Mm-hmm. And it was amazing. The coral reef he had in that. Yeah. And it looked like there was hardly any fish. And then he goes, watch this. And he dropped the food in the freaking tank. And the sand was bubbling.
Oh, wow.
All these animals are coming out of the sand and everything.
Oh, cool.
It was so cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Have my little wine.
Yeah.
Sit there and look at my lionfish.
There you go.
Go, boy, I can end it all right now and go pet him.
Yeah.
Stick my hand in the pool. What happened? He got stuck by a lionfish.
All right.
That's one way to go.
Wow, I thought they were relaxing though. I guess not.
It can be. Very relaxing. So relaxed, I'm dead.
Great.
Excuse me.
All right.
So there's another thing. I'm gonna little tidbits. Got nothing to do with construction. Nothing.
Okay.
But it's got something to do with contractors.
Oh no.
Contractors out there in the morning going for breakfast.
Yep.
Do not buy the freaking egg sandwiches from Dunkin' Donuts. 2 for $5. Don't do it. I found something out, and it's the truth, and I believe this. The food in Dunkin' Donuts has laxatives in it because they don't want to get sued for food poisoning. Mm-hmm. So when you eat it, it's fast food in so many other ways. I'm telling you the truth. I know. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't need to. That's enough information that you need to know.
Is that how you broke my toilet seat in the bathroom here?
Shit, I did that, didn't I? Did I do that? I did that.
You didn't do that. Of course not.
Was it? No, did I do that?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, don't worry. I got a guy who's going to take care of it. Don't worry.
Nobody's going to invite me over the house now. Can I use your bathroom? No, it's broken. Shit, I did that.
No, don't worry about it.
Sorry.
It's all good.
But that was
It's
not
all
from
good.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Well,
That was just from
all
the
right.
day.
You had one of those days.
That was one of those days. You know how it is.
I do.
Yeah.
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 Well, listen. So maybe next week we'll have a guest on.
We're going to have somebody.
We have to.
We're working on some guy. It's just, it's just a funny time of month. Funny month. It's a funny time of year, and that's where we are right now. So
we're trying to figure out how we can get somebody on our show without actually physically being here. So
is that what we're working on?
Yeah. Because we had asked, how we talk about Warmly Yours, that company with floor heat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, they would love to have somebody come on our show, but they don't have any reps out this way. So I'm trying to figure out how we get this TV back here to have somebody on it. We just put a microphone right there, and that'll be our guest.
I got a guy who could probably do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I got a guy.
All right.
I'm working on it.
Okay. Beautiful. So either we'll have somebody here next week in the studio or just spiritually. And
Oh, we might have somebody up behind us.
That'd be cool.
Making funny faces. Besides me.
Yeah. So we're working on that.
All right, cool.
All right. We'll take some phone calls and we'll say goodbye to everybody.
Hey, let me ask people out there right now when we post. No, don't go. Do T-shirts.
I never know with you.
T-shirts. Yeah.
It's safe to be concerned.
No, I'm not going to be on the shirt. I'm not going to be on the show next week with a coconut bra. Okay. Ain't happening. Never happening. Forget it.
Damn. That'd be great.
T-shirts.
T-shirts. I love it.
Do people want T-shirts out there?
Hello?
All right. Not all at once, please.
Right. Yeah.
The phone's lighting up. Operators are standing by.
Every time we mention T-shirts, that phone lights up.
I'm telling you.
And yet we haven't made a one.
Not a one.
Not a one.
Not a uno.
No.
Nothing.
No. Yep.
Okay.
But we did end up picking up a couple more subscribers this past week.
Awesome.
So to the YouTube channel. So thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Tell all your friends. Share the link.
Yeah. Yeah. And thank you. We're getting a lot of great feedback.
Yeah, we are. So we really appreciate that. We have fun doing this.
We do.
Hopefully you guys have fun listening to it
Yeah.
and maybe learn a thing or two.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hope so.
that's what we do.
Yeah.
We give.
Peace.
And we give.
Awesome.
Right.
And we give.
Right.
See ya.
See you guys next week.
All right. Bye.